Good morning, my name is Ellie Bananas. Welcome to Morning Peel. I thought the name was funny because my name is Ellie Bananas, and you peel a banana. Oftentimes in the morning is a very popular breakfast item. I just thought that was funny. Felt the need to explain. Obviously, podcast, you can listen to this anytime, ever. But I like a morning show. I like the feel of a morning show. I got my little cup of joe. It looks like literal shit on it. That is not shit. Tragedy struck earlier. I make instant espresso. It's so delicious, so divine, and tragedy struck this morning. I cleaned it up. Obviously not well. I just recently noticed the shit on the cup. That's fine, okay? It's fine. But, yeah, it's supposed to feel like a morning show. We're gonna talk about a whole lot of nothing. Talk about whatever I want, because it's my show. Let's see, did we cover... I think I already said I'm Ellie Bananas. You can find me on YouTube, Ellie Bananas. Twitch, Ellie Bananas. I stream every night at 7 Central, because I am in the Central. Unfortunately, I do live in Nebraska. And so if that is a deal breaker for you, that's alright. Go ahead and get out of here, but if you're willing to give me a chance. I don't know, Nebraska suck. Nebraskans suck, Nebraska sucks. See? I suck. Also, we're not very good at editing, so you're gonna hear a lot of ums, probably a lot of random space. Not very good at editing at all. I will get better. However, at this moment, I am not good. But I don't want to wait. I want to get this out there. I want to get it going. I have been procrastinating doing this because I have 7 followers on TikTok and 6 on Twitch. And so I post this stuff and I stream to no one right now. And it's a little bit disheartening, but can't bring me down. Oh, here's my nice cube. It's the little one. You can't bring me down. You know, nothing stronger than the human will. Human spirit. Abominable. Is it abominable? Google it. Abominable human spirit. Not abominable. That's the snowman. Indomitable human spirit. What did I say? Abominable. What am I saying? Abominable snowman, also known as a Yeti. See, now, a lesser woman would edit that out. A lesser woman and a woman that knows how to edit would edit that out. I keep saying that, but I do know how to edit. You know, I get clips from my streams and I post them on TikTok, but it's not good and it's not correct. I know that it's not correct. I know that my method is not correct and it takes way too long. But that's, you know, I'm getting it done. I'm having fun. Most important part is having fun, right? Anyway. Yeah, morning show. It's not morning. It's not even morning for me. I don't know why I'm lying. Try not to lie here. Honesty hour. Shit on my cup. This is actually shit. I lied earlier. No, it's not shit. Not morning. Like I said, I love morning radio. So I'm just gonna pretend. Eventually, down the line, I'm gonna, get the sound bites, weenie in the butt style. Make it feel more like a radio show. But I gotta just jump into it. No time like the present. I've been stalling on this quite a bit. Then something happened today. It's quite hilarious, and so I figured now's the time. Get on here. Tell the people. Tell your viewer the one. Tell your one audience member this hilarious story. So it starts out yesterday. At like noon. I get a random call from my mom. And I'm going to start out here that my mom never calls me during the day. So immediately, that's going to sound sick, but I immediately thought, this is the Granny's dead call, right? Granny's dead. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So I take a big deep breath, and I answer. And I'm expecting her to be like crying, oh, your grandma's dead. I know that sounds sick, but it's a long time coming. She's old. Okay? I've accepted it. I'm ready. But it wasn't. I answer and it's silent for a little bit, and then it's just like, it sounds like crazy traffic. It's horns honking. It sounds like cliche New York prime time traffic. And I was put her on speaker. I'm just staring at my phone, shocked. And then she calls me again, same shit. And then seconds later, I'm talking seconds later, my sister calls me. And I answer, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Because I thought it was just a crazy coincidence, that she called me, like, right after. And she's like, does that mean that you're also getting crazy calls? And I was like, yeah, that is what that means. What the fuck? Did you get one? She was like, yeah. Did yours have crazy traffic in it too? So we erupt, we're giggling, hee hee. And then my mom eventually answers, and she's like, baffled. She's like, hee hee, I must have butt dialed you, hee hee. Mom's older, so. Older lady. Not that that's totally relevant right now. It will become relevant very soon. So we're weirded out, but we move on. Get over it. And, the day goes on, and then it's like 8:30. 8:30 or close to 9, and my mom goes to bed pretty early. She wakes up super early for work, so she goes to bed around 8. So she's calling me on an abnormal, abominable, at a weird time. For the second time, so, again, like, what the fuck? No. Backtrack. She calls my wife at this time, which is extra weird. And I'm in the bathroom, and then my wife bursts in the door, and she, like, hands me the phone, and it says my mom's name. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is she calling you? They let it go to voicemail. And, it has that amazing feature where you can, like, spy on the voicemail. It's nothing, so I answer halfway through, and the freakiest shit, it's like police sirens. It's crazy loud, in your face, several vehicles worth of police sirens. And so naturally that freaks me out. I try to call her back, nothing. And then I text my sister. I'm like, dude, it happened again. This time it's freaky. I'm a little bit worried. A little bit worried. Not worried enough to go out there. She lives about an hour away from me. But yeah, and then she keeps not answering. I called her probably 20 times. So I'm like, there's no way this is happening again. I'm like going through all these theories in my head. I can't figure out what the fuck. She calls me back, or so I thought. She called me back half hour later. 20 calls from me later. It's just like, she doesn't, there's just silence on the other end. Absolute silence. And hangs up after like 4 or 5 seconds of silence. So now I'm like extra weirded out. And I was like, not to be too crude, but if there is an emergency and something is going wrong, there were sirens there handling it. I don't want to be like that, love my mother, but if someone's handling it, I'm gonna let them handle it. But no, so I call her a bunch, I text her a bunch, and then at a certain point I'm fed up and I'm like, dude, in my text, I text her, is this a sick prank? And she did not take too kindly to that when she woke up. She's like, why would I prank you? I can call my daughter whenever I want. What's going on? And she just starts freaking, because you know how older people get when something goes awry, technology-wise. They get a little worked up, but she was super worked up throughout the day. She's like mad at me. She has a lot of displaced anger from her confusion, and she's just shooting it at me at warp speed. So I'm like, you're you're being pretty aggressive right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what you want me to do. She's like, this needs to be reported. Reported to who? What do I say? Hello, officer. I've been getting some suspiciously prank-style calls from my mom's number, but she says that it's not her. You know? What do I do? What do you want from me? So obviously, I'm texting all of this with my sister. And we're kind of having a ball. You know, it's kind of funny. Now that we know she's okay, it's a little bit hilarious. Slightly concerned, slightly super weirded out. Because why? The biggest question so far has been why. You know, at this point, we're still not convinced that it's not her pranking us. Which is, I mean, it's out there, but it's not totally out there. It's not a 0% chance. And, so anyway, my mom's freaking. She's like at work texting me, freaking, maniacally texting me and calling me. Like, I cannot call you right now. I just didn't want to. I was totally free. Just didn't want to talk to her. Again, love her. I want to talk to her. So, my sister and I devised this plan. Well, it started out not nice. It started out not good. I was like, this is honestly, she's on edge. This is the perfect time to start fucking with her. Let's prank her. You know? And I mean, that's sad. It's kind of like preying on an older person. She's getting to up there, elderly. She's getting some discounts, but I mean, you can't deny that that would have been the perfect time. You know, she's on edge. Shit's happening. Perfect time to prank her. And so we do. It was a very wholesome prank. Delicious. Wholesome prank. It's like a fake text number, right? And she texts my mom. I'm gonna have to just read them. Pretending to be like a cybersecurity unit. Very hilarious. First text to my mother. Oh. Alert. ... Alert. ... Your number has been flagged by our cybersecurity unit for suspicious activity. Please reply yes to receive further help in this investigation, or reply stop to opt out of our messages. And so after she sends that, we're dying. We're like, there's no way. There's no way she's gonna fall for this. There's no way she's this scammable, right? Because, you know, a lot of those reply or whatever, they're scam or they're spam. And I mean, lo and behold, seconds later, she replies yes. She says, please wait a moment while I connect you with an agent. And her alias was Dasani. So the agent's name, cybersecurity agent's name is Dasani. She says, hello, my name is Dasani, and I will be walking you through a quick process to resolve any potential issues you may be experiencing. I just have a couple of quick questions to get us started. 1. Have you been receiving calls from a relative's number that claims they did not call you? Or 2. Have relatives received a call from your number that you did not make? Please reply with 1 or 2. If neither applies, please reply with 1. She's killing it, by the way. My sister is killing it with these fake messages. And so, obviously, as one does, she replies 2. Well, she took a while. She was taking a while to respond, so she added, your session will time out soon, to encourage her to reply. And she replies 2. She says, I see you have selected 2. A relative has received a call from you that you did not make. I have one quick follow-up question. When the relative received the call, were there out-of-place noises coming from your end? Example, we had to add some fake examples so she wouldn't, you know, be onto us. However, I don't think she would have ever been onto us. But we didn't want to sell, you know, we were on a run. We were on a generational run of prank. She said, anyway, example, yelling, sirens, laughing, honking, or crying. Please list any foreign noises made on the call. Now, at this point, my mom starts texting me. And I called it. I'm like, she's going to start texting me. She's like, I thought you told her. And I said, I did tell her, but she's going to text me to confirm. And lo and behold, she sure did. So she texts me. First, she says sirens. And then she said, sister said, Dasani said, thanks, please allow me one moment to look into this and solve this for you. And she texted me, and I didn't want to be too specific. You know, I figured, she said sirens because she knew about that, and then she texted me, what were the noises that you heard when I allegedly called you during the day? So I said it sounded like she needed to say honking. That was the word she needed to say. But I didn't want to sell. So I said it sounded like crazy traffic. So she copy and paste that. She said she sends crazy traffic. My mom sends that to Dasani. Dasani then says, could you elaborate on what made the traffic crazy? We're working hard to have this problem resolved. My mom then copy and pastes. Could you elaborate on what made the traffic crazy? Then I respond. My mom then says, there were 2 different calls. One with sirens, one with traffic. And then Dasani says, what was the traffic doing? She really needs her to say that word. And then I say, it sounded like crazy bumper to bumper is all I said to her. And she copy and pastes that and sends it to Dasani. Crazy bumper to bumper. And then also copy and pasted what I said after that. A lot of honking sounds like several cars. And then Dasani said, I'm sorry, could you explain the noises that were heard? We cannot compute bumper to bumper sounds. And then my mom finally got there and said honking. And then Dasani says, thank you for taking the time to help with this investigation. While we finalized procedures to stop this cybercrime, is there anything else we should know? My mom then says, no thanks, just frustrating. Sad face. I'm gonna stop here and this is a wholesome prank, right? We're pretending to solve the issue. The issue is not solved. No idea what the issue is, but in her little mind, the issue is solved. Getting solved. And what's better than peace of mind for someone that, you can't explain? There's no explaining technology to people like my mother. Can't explain to her what I think is going on because she doesn't understand. And then Dasani says, I completely understand that this would be frustrating. In a few short moments, the issue should be resolved. And then we were able to locate and extinguish the threat. If you could take a moment to rate your service today on a scale of 1 to 10 and leave a short review, we will make sure that this problem never happens again. And then, I didn't think my mom would think this far. Just 10, great service. That was the review. Riveting review, by the way. And then my mom follows up. What was the threat and how was it resolved? And then I say, just go with like the typical scam caller in random, off faraway land. And so she goes, we found the calls were coming from a scamming agency in India run by Pablo Sarcone. We have eliminated the entire facility. You are safe, and we thank you for trusting us with your cyber safety. And that's the end of it. My mom is, all tucked in, peace of mind. And we're good. We are so good. Now, like I said, the problem is not solved. However, I will not be alerting my mother on any more calls. Because honestly, obviously I know these kind of things do happen. Scammers get a hold of numbers and call pretending to be the family member. But there seems to be no end game with these calls. I mean, they're just random noises. Nobody talks. So as of right now, I don't think there is all too much to be worried about other than it just being generally freaky. But if it does escalate, obviously, I will do my best to deal with it or send it to someone other than Dasani to deal with it. Yeah, Yeah, as right now, I'm like, what's your end game? You're just calling people and making noises, calling people that she never calls. She calls me quite a bit, but like my sister and my wife, never. Like, she does not talk to my sister, and so when my sister called me, she'd also said that she thought Granny was dead. She thought it was a dead Granny call. So she also like prepped herself before answering. My grandma's 97. 97. Let that sink in. And I mean, she is just fit as a fiddle. I mean, other than her mind's really going, but Jesus, 97. That's a lot of living. And I don't know how this transitioned to this sad like lore, but like my grandpa died 10 years ago, and every year my family's been like, oh, this was probably Granny's last Christmas. I don't know. Everyone's like, they usually go right after. But she's been living large ever since. Old as shit. Nothing going on upstairs anymore. Lord, is she chugging along. And that's great, you know? Whatever. Congrats. But I really thought that yesterday was the day. And a good point, my sister and I, discussed this point. If my mother does happen to be in peril and call me, what am I supposed to do? Do I believe it? I mean, I'm going to question it every time she calls me. And so if she's, oh, help me, Ellie, please. I'll be like, fuck you, you scamming ass piece of shit. As she's bleeding out on the fucking bathroom floor, from whatever. And so that's going to be a little bit tricky. I mean, like I said, I just told you she was like mad at me. She was like, I don't like these accusations. Because I said, is this a prank? She was stuck on that. Throughout the entire thing, she's like, I have proof. Jesus Christ, okay. I believe that it wasn't you, but I got a call. And so I was like, fuck me then, Fuck me for caring. I get a call from you at a time you should be in bed that has fucking sirens. Of course I'm gonna call you 20 times. And this happened before. One time she didn't answer all day, so I'm like, oh great, she's fucking dead. I sent one of her friends to go check on her. It's like 5 p.m. She calls me screaming. She's like, you fucking woke me up. I'm like, how was I supposed to know you were sleeping all day? My fucking bad. I'll never send someone to check on her again. And that's why I didn't. Just thank God I didn't. Because then she'd have been all worked up last night. Very paranoid. Very, very paranoid. And I think that's the end of it. She texted me and I was like, oh, thank God it's over. She didn't ask any questions about how Dasani got her number, if I reported it. I think that the consensus is that her number was detected, in a cybersecurity breach. And she just bought it. And I just cannot believe that she did. Sorry, the damn coffee. I really love instant espresso. I'd be making lattes all the time. What else should we talk about? I just told this hilarious story and I have nothing else to talk about. Let's talk about streaming. I love streaming on Twitch. I have a ghost viewer, by the way. I usually stream to my wife, my lovely, beautiful audience of one. Stream to her. No matter what, I have one viewer. And then as of about a week ago, every night, I've been having two. And my sister watches sometimes, but she always chats, so I know when she's there. And she's a mod, so like my nephew, he got one. She had like a bunch of her people, get accounts just to follow me. I have 6 followers. 6. So, but yeah, I have a ghost viewer, and they show up every day. So, obviously, you would assume that they follow me, but they don't say anything. They show up, and they're there the entire stream, no matter what. I mean, they are at day one. And I would love to give them their day one credit. They don't say anything. You know, my wife is the only one that chats. One of the two viewers is chatting consistently. But streaming, I mean, I love it. It's very fun, but I'm so impatient. And with games, you know, my whole life I've been a console gamer. I got a PC recently. I've been a console gamer, and I've been very, like, stuck on games, right? Like, I got an Xbox when I was 13, and then I got Grand Theft Auto 5 right after. And I was so stuck on that game. I played it for months and months and months, just repeating the story, just because I loved it so much. I get very comfortable with games. I've played Red Dead. You can see I have an Arthur right here. I'm not gonna show him fully because there's a really bad glare. I do have an Arthur. I love Red Dead 2. Played that quite a bit. A lot of hours on Red Dead 2. Let's see. And then Madden. I played a lot of Madden. I just get stuck on these games. You know, I never branched out before this, and there's just so much. There's a huge world of PC games. And so when it comes to branching out, I'm not very good at it because I just started. It's a new world. I just don't have the patience. And so when I'm sitting there streaming, obviously to my audience of one, but I do post the games on YouTube, I just get so frustrated and a little bit embarrassed that I can't figure out what the hell's going on. It took me an hour to beat night 3. Yeah, night 3 on Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. I haven't gone back to it. I'm on night 4. I've tried it. I've tried night 4. I guess I have gone back to it. I can't do it. So I have nights 1, 2, and 3 on YouTube. I don't know that I'll ever have night 4. My wife loves Five Nights at Freddy's, the whole shebang. So I got that to play for her. But I can't get it. It's embarrassing. You know, sitting there an hour to get it one night done, it's embarrassing. And she's like, "No, babe. No, that's the fun of it. You know, it's fine." And I I'm having fun, but I'm getting like frustrated and embarrassed. Tried to play the original Five Nights at Freddy's. It keeps crashing. I don't know what that's about. Tried to get that figured out, but no matter what, you know, I get through part of night 1, and then as soon as Bonnie starts moving, fucking crashes. So I just gave up on that. It was getting frustrating. I'd get sucked in, I'd be having fun, and then crash. But I recently downloaded a free fan game, NAF fan game, called Five Nights at Friedrichs. Awesome. I love everything about that game. The dev of that game doesn't have many games on itch. This is where I found it. I love it. I love the animation style, the music, everything about it is just so fun. But still, you know, I got to night 5 and I can't beat it. And I try and I try and I try. And then I just get frustrated because it feels like there's no end in sight. So, you know, I try every other night, you know, when I'm streaming, I pop into at least Friedrichs. This location is very intimidating. Night 4, specifically. But Friedrichs, you know, I have it down. I have the strat down, but obviously it's hard, you know. They're meant to be hard, and I know that. But I just don't have a lot of patience, so I need to work on that. And I just feel, you know, embarrassed. I'm like, there's no way this is entertaining. And my wife's like, it is. And I'm like, you're just saying that because you're my wife, and you love me, and you're supporting me. God, I tried to play Poppy Playtime. I'm still trying. It's a fun game. I like it. It's, you know, it's cute. It's fun. It's well done. But it's hard. It's hard, you know. I made it all the way to the first Huggy Wuggy chase. And I cannot get away from that motherfucker, no matter what I do. I rage quit the first time I played it because I couldn't get one of the things figured out. One of the power connectors figured out. So I rage quit. So, yeah. When I go into it, I start these games. I start Poppy Playtime. And I go into it thinking I'm going to post this on YouTube. And then I get halfway through and I'm like, fuck this. This isn't entertaining. I'm not going to edit, this down because there's nothing of substance to watch. And I can't get it. And so then I rage quit. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm just beating a dead horse posting YouTube videos. I get the occasional view or two on TikTok, but it's just not going anywhere. So if you're watching this, thank you. My viewer of 1. I love you. Sorry if that was weird. That might be exactly why I'm getting no traction. No, but I've been at it about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks, 3.5. Obviously, it takes time, I know that, but I don't know. It gets frustrating. Streaming to no one, posting videos to no one. And I know everyone started out with no one, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. But I'm not giving up. Like, I'm about to post this to no one, and that's fine, because I'm having fun. That's the most important part. What else? I'm gonna Google what should I talk about. What should I talk about? And you might think I'm not putting very much effort into this, right? But I am. I love it. What should I talk about? Hobbies and interests. Ooh. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Or 3 facts. No, hobbies. Interests. Let's see here. I like things. I like little guys. I have Mighty Beans. I have a lot of Mighty Beans. This one's my guy. He's my desk Mighty Bean. I have a little biker gnome. I got this in yeah, I'm shaking. I got this in what's that Christmas town by Colorado Springs. Christmas town by Colorado Springs. It would be okay. It turns Manitou Springs. Because there is no single Christmas town near Colorado Springs. But so anyway, Manitou Springs. This is where I got my little guy at a Christmas store in Manitou Springs, which I thought was awesome. I'm like, it's June. Let's go to the Christmas store. Yeah, I got him. I have a little bird. I have lots and lots of birds. I love birds. Used to go bird watching all the time with my grandma, but she lived in town, so there was really nothing to see. But we still went. I have a bird. Whatever. I love birds. Then I have this. Why am I talking about this? Oh yeah, interests. My interest is things. I am consumerism final boss. Then I have this. My wife got me this guy for my birthday. Kind of looks like our old cat Soup. Serving pancakes. It was a blind box. She didn't pick this one out. It's just we got lucky. Soup serving pancakes. I love pancakes. Little dice. I forget what it's called. My wife loves D&D. I have that there. I forget what they're called. What are D&D dice called? So it's like a D something, right? D. Would it be the number? The highest? D12? D12. I'm the lead singer. I'm D12, baby. And then a regular dice. Die? A die? I don't remember where I found that guy, but I did find him somewhere in the wild. I like him. I like dice. Sue me. And then I have this little frog. My wife made this out of air dry clay. Isn't that fun? He's a wizard. Warlock. Whatever. So that's fun. What else? I have this. This is hilarious. This is awesome. I made that. I didn't. Did not make that. Thrifted it. Same thing. And then this. The leg. The fragile leg from Christmas Story. Hilarious. I think that's it for my desk things. That's an interest. Still can't think of any hobbies. Drinking shit coffee. That's a hobby. Oh man, I just inhaled some cinnamon. Really interested in pens. Got this for her birthday as well. Space pen. Forget what company it is. I think it's so funny. I hear, I tell people about this pen. It's a space pen. They designed it to go, with the astronauts or whatever. Everyone's like, America, the United States spent all this time making a pen to go to space, and the Russians just used pencils. And I think that's hilarious. It's Fisher space pen. We like pens. And it's this is the dumbest shit I've ever done. It's pressurized. What is the inside of a pen? I'm a fake fan. Pressurized, so it can write in space. It can write underwater. It can do whatever you want it to do. So that's pretty fun. What else? That's all I got in reach. Little things like that. Would you call those tchotchkes? I don't know. So those are my interests. Collecting little things. Funny things. Hee ha ha's. And those are just the ones that I like the most. And I have a little picture of Mrs. Bananas, as she likes to go by, but sorry. I inhaled cinnamon. Sue me. But she likes to remain a little bit anonymous. But it's a funny little sequence. We went in this ridiculous photo booth, and I mean, it was unlike any photo booth we had seen. We don't get out much, so we couldn't figure it out. So it's like a sequence of us, like we're confused as fuck in the first one, and then I'm like down, like really inspecting what's going on. And then the next one is us just standing up, looking in amazement. And then finally we got it together and did a kissing one. Took me so long to get you muted. Sorry. Oh man, this is awesome. This is awesome. I was just talking about how I don't know how to edit. And I'm choking on cinnamon. I don't know, maybe I can mute this part or something. First and final episode of Morning Peel. No more cinnamon for me. I've been really into this, God, I promise by episode 5 that this is gonna be, much more polished and put together. But, when I sit down and try to write out what to talk about, nothing comes to mind, which is why I just jumped on the opportunity of the mayhem that struck today with the spam call or whatever. Stuff I've been into it. There's this TikTok account called Farming While Beige. And I love him. I love him so much. He's so funny. He teaches me about eggs. He teaches me about chickens. teaches me about regenerative farming, and he's woke. You know how hard it is to find people in the agriculture setting that are woke? Woke king. No, he's very educational, very intelligent, funny, woke. Like I said, I believe I said all of those things already. But I love him. He's got to be my favorite TikToker. My favorite everything. I'm very poor, but as soon as I can afford it, I'm gonna get. He has some pretty cool merch. He's in Virginia, so if you're, I don't remember his delivery range, but if you're near there, it's like Baltimore, DC area. Are they close? I don't know. DC. No, not the comic. My God. Let me look on the map. I don't know, man. He lives in Virginia. And, well, what the hell? I don't know. You'll have to look. I'll have to look. If you're near him, order eggs from him. He's great. Very ethical. Small-ish farm. Great guy. Great organization. If I could buy from him, I would. But he doesn't ship far. You know, they do their own deliveries. But I can't get their merch, so I will. I have yet to recover from the cinnamon incident. Boy, do I wish that I could. I would love to. Let's see. What have I done recently? What have I done? What am I gonna do? A wedding coming up in 10 days exactly. 10 days. It's my sister-in-law's wedding. Thrilled. Now, I am excited. You know, I am excited, but I'm also not. I'm also dreading it a little bit. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Maybe I'll talk more about it next week. I need something to talk about next week. Gosh. I tried to play, so my PC, you know, it's like the baby PC or whatever. Cheap. It's the cheapest one I could find. And my Wi-Fi sucks. You know, I live in an apartment complex and they like provide the Wi-Fi or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know if that's relevant, but it sucks. My stream quality isn't always the best. PC can't quite handle everything. But the most random problem I've ran into is I cannot play cool math games on stream. It fucks up. And I love cool math games. Look now. Cool math games, free online learning and fun. See, I'm recording this on OBS, so I'm scared to even open it. You guys heard the song Ocean Man? Of course you have. My God, I looked up what should I talk about. The first one? What should I talk about in therapy? I don't know. Ask your therapist. Oh, this says travel. Well, I got the Gnome in Colorado Springs. I went there this last summer for the bachelorette trip for the wedding that I have coming up, and it was fun. It's fun. There's like 10 of us that stayed in this Airbnb, and it was fun. Maybe I'll touch on that in a different episode. I'm at 45 minutes. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, but it is a very long-winded story. I just farted. I might have to edit that out. Very long-winded story that I for sure don't have time to talk about right now. I don't think I have anything else that I can talk about like quickly. Arts and entertainment. My favorite movie is Shrek 2. Shrek 2. I won't be taking any questions on that. Favorite movie, arguably the best movie made. Period. best movie soundtrack for sure. I mean, if you want to argue best movie, whatever, it's top 5 ever made. Top 3 soundtrack. Name one better. I don't know. Favorite song is Ocean Man. I mentioned that previously. Love that song. Ocean Man. And I think that's it. That's all the information that I'm capable of giving you right now about me. So, that being said, let's see, we're at 45. I'll probably make them longer. I mean, this was just me jumping into the wind, you know? Jumping into the wind? I'm not sure that's the correct terminology, but I mean, as we've learned, I'm not one for correct terminology. Anyway, this has been Morning Peel. Thank you for listening. I'm Ellie Bananas, your host of Morning Peel. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, whatever. Goodbye. This has been Morning Peel. Thank you for joining me. I love you.